Let the beat rock.
Can you jiggle my thing a little bit?
Oh, yeah.
Which is to mean my chord, and that's, there we go, that got it.
Jack Jeremy.
Thanks for jiggling my thing.
Then
my
I
thing.
J him O.
All right. Okay. I'm closing your Gmail.
Did they tell you we watched Venom last night?
Yeah, I've been
We've
invited to
discussing
talk about it, apparently.
He'd had
I mean,
so
you're
many
welcome to.
opinions. I said, you've made the cut.
There are large swaths of that movie I do not remember, but...
you could be our third bonus guest of all time.
Oh, okay.
Is that true? No.
Josh did one.
Josh.
Brandon.
Andrew Durso.
Oh, but I wasn't here for that.
And from Radio Free Tote Bag.
Donovan.
Dono.
Okay, so that's... I forgot about the Durst.
Dono
so
is our
I guess
new
you'd
pope,
be 4.
actually, on our podcast.
Yeah. So it's actually like not even cool anymore.
No, it's still
But
cool.
the hyper competitive guy in me really does want to beat Josh. I'd like to match Josh in
That's
terms
true.
of appearances. So.
Yeah.
You think you want that?
But we'll see.
Before we start, Alex, can you just state for the record what time you woke up today?
Let the beat rock.
Okay, I guess not. I guess you cannot.
I woke
Let the
up
beat
at
rock o'clock.
5 in the morning.
Ugh.
Nice.
Quorators.
Oh my god.
With the sound of the robot, we are back again. Live in the studio is the Quorators podcast. A bit of a rainy one today.
It's raining.
It's
Coming
raining.
down may have affect the podcasting energies in the room. We'll have to see how that pairs out. This could be the first sleepy one we've ever recorded. But we won't know until we get into the thick of it. It's Alex, Jeremy, and Claire. The full complement of hosts has arrived once more to take
Full
you
hand.
the full hand of hosts back on Quora.com. Welcome, everyone.
Thank you for having me, Alex.
It's wonderful being here in your house. And we have a great guest today. You may have found this guy getting litty, and by that I mean it's AJ Ditty.
Hi, everybody.
Whoa.
People say that to you a lot, that you're getting litty.
No, I did have a teacher in high school who kept a giant thing of lotion on his desk and a mirror under his desk so he could look up girls' skirts.
I like
What?
that.
Yeah, he has tenure, Catholic school, but he used to call me P. Diddy all the time.
Really?
That was a thing.
His
Yeah,
friend.
Yeah, I was like really like pot kettle black at a certain point.
He was
yeah.
the one who told him about lotion.
And girls.
You gotta keep moisturized.
By the way, check out Girls when you get the chance.
The HBO show.
The show. I love Lena Dunham. You know, there's so much new talent in New York
Coming out of
New York.
Oberlin, yeah.
So AJ is on the Worst of All Possible Worlds podcast, the exciting cultural commentary podcast.
Yes, and we recently had both of you on.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm
and
sorry to miss the 3 episodes of the Christian
radio drama.
Right.
I think you'd kind of dodged a bullet
Yeah.
there, honestly.
It was also one of those things where it's like we already had 5 people, and it's like at that point it's like, why not have 12?
I mean, honestly, I love having 2 people on because then I don't really have to talk much. I just get to sit back and have y'all handle it.
I get terrified of talking too much in that scenario because you all just kind of run into each other in like a train wreck kind of situation.
And it was on the computer, so I ended up on like a few second delay, so I felt like I was just interrupting people the whole time.
Yeah.
Not at all.
like,
Not at all.
you know.
I actually felt very self-conscious because I would make a joke and then Jeremy would laugh at it like 3 seconds later. And it took me a while to sort of catch up to the fact that it's just like, oh, no, he thinks I'm not funny. To the point where it's like, oh, no, he does. It's just on a couple second delay.
I'm just delayed as
The
fuck.
moment of
Technology.
doubt.
Remember Zoom comedy shows?
I didn't do them. I refused to do
Oh
them.
no! Were they worse or better than Zoom plays? Is
Well,
They gotta
Probably
be
worse.
worse. They
They've
gotta
got
be
it.
worse.
They got it worse.
yeah, I guess so.
Because Zoom
They must
plays,
be.
okay.
Well, there's no part in the
Bring them back.
I
we need them back.
I guess like there are laugh lines in a play, but there's not a part in the play where it's like we wait to see if they laugh and then maybe talk more.
They encourage people to they encourage the audience to put their mics on so that they could laugh at your assumed.
Yeah, and then they could talk to their roommate a little bit in the middle.
You just hear a cat screaming in the background.
Truly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was so funny that like all those shows were such a harrowing experience, but they paid so much better than real comedy
paid?
shows.
Really?
Every one I did was like, yeah, we all made
Wow.
$40.
Yeah, because in the chat it'd
good.
be like, here's how you pay the comedian.
Yeah, and
That's
everyone was like,
crazy.
the world is ending, have $10.
Yeah, that was
good.
great. We had so much money back then.
Oh, we were rich.
We gotta bring COVID back in a big way.
Yeah.
That was
You know what? We're doing our best.
I've been mating animals in my garage.
Alex is on
This
an
was before
all-bat
COVID.
diet.
This is just a long, all bat diet.
He's only eating bats.
The bats have a lean protein between the wings. It keeps the fiber of the wings together, but that's neither here or there. It is a bit of a dip into today's theme, though. For AJ's appearance, we are doing controversial truths
Great.
on Quora.com, tackling
So
the bull right by the horns.
AJ, you been on Quora.com?
So I went on Quora in preparation for this, but I had not found myself there intentionally ever in my life. I've been there accidentally, but to me, like Quora feels somehow like the end of the internet. Do you know what I mean?
Is Quora the wrong
the
side of
beginning.
town of the internet? Is it kind of the wrong side of town where you get there and you're like, I don't think I'm supposed to be here?
Well, it's like if you go to the bottom of like an AV Club article and you click on the link that says like 5 celebrities who married a tapeworm, and you just like follow that forever and just click on links, eventually it will end up at Quora. I feel like it is like very much like I should not be here, and I'm on a list for having been here.
Yeah.
So should we name the 5 celebrities that married a tapeworm?
Sure.
John Belushi.
John Belushi, definitely.
Jim Belushi.
Jim Belushi.
They married the same one after John died.
Mila Kunis.
That's always sad. When
Joe
Joe marries
Biden.
wives.
My favorite ones of those is like, see how horrific this actor's face looks.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And it's
Those are
like
fun.
a picture of Nicole Kidman, but she looks normal.
Like completely fine.
Yeah.
Or right after dental surgery sometimes.
Now that we've been on Quora for a long time doing this show, I do think the way that we use it is the worst way to use the website. The best way to use the website is to be redirected from Google
Yeah.
towards something you were kind of interested in. The worst way is to be on Quora using Quora's mechanics, clicking around. And then you do not end up anywhere you wanted to be.
It simply isn't for clicking around.
It's not for clicking around unless you're there to reveal the identities of
That being said,
exciting posters.
let's hit the Space of the Week button and click around on our Space of the Week. Trumpers are traitors.
Space of the Week.
Now, we've been on this before, this space.
Yes, I remember.
We've ended up here.
Toilet brush.
Dear
I remember
God.
this Donald Trump toilet
Go
brush.
ahead and blow that up, Jeremy. Click on the toilet brush guy.
Well, I don't think
Zoom in
clicking on it will do
hands.
anything, but I can zoom in.
I mean, he's very clean.
The thing about Donald Trump is he does not have hair that's like a toilet brush.
No.
It looks like Super Saiyan Donald Trump.
Yeah, or
does.
like Marge Simpson, Donald Trump a little
Super
bit.
Saiyan 4.
Yeah, he
dare
is
I say.
the long one, the 3.
Is it 3?
Yeah, 3 is the
Fucked it
long
up.
one. That's okay. It would be going all the way down his back.
And it's a space to expose the treasonous misdeeds of Trump and his followers.
Wow. Who is Bill
Woo.
Puka?
It is followed by
He's a
Bill
follower.
Puka. That is someone who we follow. I don't remember why. He's a dad, philosophy, and psych professor. At some point, we decided to follow him.
Maybe because he tells it like it is.
This
Answers
wasn't
are meant to
Chandler Dean's
contribute.
dad, was it?
No, that would be something Dean.
Oh, I thought maybe his name was Chandler Dean Puka.
That was Chandler's original name on Friends.
I don't know if he changed it for show business.
Yeah.
You think a Puka can make it in this town?
Hey, Puka Shells did.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
1999 was huge.
Look, it's not California.
he made all of
the
his money in '99 and been sort of coasting on the Puka money ever since.
on the shelf.
I came up with the necklace. We spent a lot of time on Patriot-style right-wing spaces and
Yes.
enjoyed those. But I like this one because this is like blue MAGA kind of
Yes,
ride
blue
or
and
die
on.
Democrat space. And
Sure.
they do the thing. They do the leftist memes that's just a pile of words thing as most of their posts.
Imagine if we
Yeah.
had just put him in jail where he effing belongs.
Yeah, but the design of this it just says, "Imagine where he fucking belongs."
Yeah.
Like this is a deeply confusing messaging thing here. And it's Occupy Democrats. Oh, I
Yeah.
fucking knew it. Jesus.
Wait, so what is this one that you put here, Alex?
Oh, so this is an example of a post it says one Donald who tells you the truth. And then it's
Oh.
a Donald Duck.
And he says,
Oh.
"Who betrayed you once will betray you 1,000 times." I can't do Donald Duck.
You don't have to. No, I can't either.
And you're like, wait, wait, wait.
Yeah, I felt so bad when Jack pointed out I have a bad Donald Trump.
See to realize that it's salty.
Yeah, so Donald Duck, the duck, and he lives in the sea because he's a waterfowl.
Wait, what does this mean?
Duck don't live
You don't
in
have
sea.
to drink the whole sea, Jeremy, to realize it's. And he's holding an apple cider.
I thought he's drinking soup because it's salty.
What if he's drinking piss?
Yeah,
Hold on.
it does look like
Hold
piss.
on.
The fragrance coming
he's
out of
smelling
it
it.
looks pissy.
It looks like he went outside to piss in a cup and is showing you what he made.
And you know what? He's a duck, so it's a corkscrew.
Oh yeah.
I may not be in the White House, but I still drink a jug of piss.
Why is there a period after that? Also, right?
I was going to ask
Doesn't
about
make
that.
sense.
It's not a question.
It says you don't have to drink the whole sea to realize that it's salty.
I think it's
salty.
for emphasis, like as I do that sometimes
Like
in playwriting where it's just like really like to hit the thing.
Period.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, but it should be
End
one
of
sentence.
discussion.
It doesn't make sense if there's a period there because it should be you don't have to realize the whole sea to realize that it's you don't have to drink the whole sea to realize that it's salty.
Yes.
Otherwise, it sounds like he who betrays you once will betray you 1,000 times. You don't have to drink the whole sea to realize that. Also, it's salty.
well, it's like the idea is like he's like moving his sailor hat like a little bit higher and saying it's salty.
You know what the issue is here is we're not picturing Donald's voice and we're not doing credit to Donald's voice. And
Donald
the way
Duck.
Donald Duck would say it if we had Mr. Duck in the room.
Yes.
He would make these pauses. He'd make these noises.
you once, will betray you 1,000 times.
Oh my god.
You were sitting on it the whole time.
You don't have to drink the whole sea to realize that
It's like I'm seeing bubble.
it's salty.
Yeah, he's tipping his hat. It's the beats of it all.
I'm going to be really honest. That was the first time I've ever attempted a Donald
great.
Duck.
I don't believe you.
I've never. Wow.
You're betraying
gotta put-
me
I gotta
1,000
put
times.
the mic down to clap.
This is such a welcoming podcast.
Wow.
Thank you all.
No, thank you
was
for your
beautiful.
I'm
performance.
going to drink some piss.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, that's like a Gollum-y almost.
It is a little
Yeah.
dark.
Well, if you want to do actual garlic,
See?
you can do that as well.
Oh
we
my
got
God.
internet famous especially for doing that.
All these famous characters here in Jeremy's house.
Oh, also, we should point out that this post was by Aaron Cohen, who is a fighter of right-wing fascism.
Oh.
And misinformation. You
So
remember
that's
like
why he posted this, was to fight fascism.
do you remember
Yeah.
like the partisans in the woods in the Eastern Front and the Donald Duck memes they would post? When the Nazis would progress into their
Also,
territory.
can I say,
We're drawing little cartoons.
Yeah.
right-wing fascism is my least favorite kind of fascism.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I who could forget the French Resistance putting Donald Duck in a little beret?
They love Donald Duck over there too. I don't
Do
know
they?
if you've heard about this. He's kind of like a real celebrity there. Like he actually shows up there and he can have any woman in town.
He shows up.
Donald Kennard. over
Donald's
there.
good.
There's some fighting
Kennard.
going on in here. Laura Cato says, too true, and then does 3 clap emojis. And then Janeth says, liberal clowns.
Senavarita na.
And then someone else said, troll block and muted.
Destroyed.
I love the capitalization. you
It's
know,
really
as if-
good.
Get the fuck out. You're in Trumpers or Traitors, clown.
I feel like we've met Aaron before.
It's very possible.
How can
We've
you
been
tell
on
we're so
this
close to
space
his
before.
face?
That's really
The
good.
picture is like his forehead and chin are cut off.
He's got a lot of questions about President Musk and Donald
Yeah.
Trump.
Sure. Do you think he ever plays Aaron's Party by Aaron Carter? Just so you can say Aaron C's in the house. Come get it.
That
I mean,
he should.
He better.
We can ask him.
If he's like most people, I bet he plays Aaron's Party.
That's a man. That's a man with a smile that seems to say that he's listened to a lot of Aaron Carter in his day. you
Isn't
know?
it sad that Aaron died?
Yeah, I mean,
I always forget about that.
ultimately, it does mean that Shaq won,
It does.
right? Like
He's twice
he
his
lost
age. And he's still going.
he lost the battle, but he won the war.
Sad.
Playing the long game into Aaron Carter. I know people think I could just beat him at basketball, but it's actually a much bigger plan than that.
It's a corkboard on Shaq's wall, with just revenge written on the top.
None of these questions are really that good. Do you want to move on to the main questions?
Sure. Yeah, I just enjoyed the space. I think it's a
appreciate it.
beautiful community, and I like the picture of Donald Trump.
I'd like to see at least one more liberal slanted meme.
Yeah.
Okay, we can find a meme. The
yeah,
memes
find
are
me
better.
a meme.
I
And it's
think-
honestly, it's just nice that the Donald Duck one isn't AI generated.
Yeah.
you know, like it was somebody took time to draw that.
Someone drew that beautiful
10,000
duck.
hours probably drawing ducks.
All right.
and piss.
If Jack Teixeira, have you guys heard of this man?
I don't know what that is.
If he can get 15 years in prison for sharing classified intel on Discord, Pete Hegseth can get 15 years in prison for sharing classified intel on Signal twice.
I love
Got
how
him.
specific and
Okay.
annoying this complaint is.
So, you know,
This was made by Jack, I think. I think this was a Jack original post. Jack.
Free Jack.
Sarah, yeah. Free me.
I'm sure we haven't heard of Jack because he's one of the 1 million random guys who get
Yeah.
thrown away for infosec.
it is always funny when like different political groups have like a guy they're obsessed with. Like I keep saying, people talking about like not the basketball player, but Carmelo Anthony, who's like right now racist people are like all obsessed with this black guy who killed someone.
Oh, and his
It's
name
a
is
whole
Carmelo
thing.
I don't
Anthony?
think his name is Carmelo Anthony.
It is now.
That just sounds like
I
you've
would
taken two
love
characters
if-
from The Sopranos and sort of
It
shoved them
is.
together.
Oh, okay. I
Carmelo
would
Anthony.
love if Jeremy made that up.
No, it's this guy who like stabbed someone. I only found out about it because someone I know turned out to be like very right wing, and I found out because he was posting like about this guy. And I was
Oh,
like,
no.
what the fuck is this?
Wait, Carmelo Anthony is Austin.
It's a guy. It's like a black teenager who stabbed someone.
His
or
name is
something.
Steph Curry, and
Oh,
he's kind
no.
of the goat of murder.
It's a thing that only very right wing people care about because
Okay.
they bring it up to discuss Kyle Rittenhouse, and it's
Well, they
want to
get the other Carmelo Anthony through him. Do you see what I'm saying?
Maybe
Like they're
that's
bringing it
what
up,
it
they're
is.
like, he did it. I'm pretty sure they all do that.
That would have sucked if I was wrong about this. Though it was just a completely.
I was
different
ready
game.
for you to take a dive
Yeah,
there,
me
kid.
too. I was trying to catch him.
Yeah. You'd
I
have to
cannot be
open.
caught.
You'd have to open your belly live on stream. Honorable seppuku, the only way out.
Sapuka.
Well,
Oh,
Make it
you can make
I
a
don't
lot of
get
money
what
on that.
is.
because it's Bill Puka.
Oh no, is it? Is that why?
Because we talked about Bill Puka.
It's when you do seppuku, but you have the puka shell necklace
Okay,
on
I got
while
you.
doing it.
All right, I'm glad that everyone's on board.
It's-
So you're
it's
dead,
Bill
but you're
Puka.
cool in the 90s. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad that everyone has the same brain damage to have figured out what that is.
Jeremy, it's Bill Puka. Well,
Oh, of course, because of Bill Puka.
let's start the show. Where are we going first, Jay?
The quiz course.
Whoa.
Woohoo! Nope.
No, that's not it. Wow.
87 quarters
Quarters
ago, there were many hot topics to be had.
Burj Khalifa is built for 35,000 people, yet it has no sewage system. How many poop trucks does it need every day, and how many buildings in Dubai are like that?
Poop truck.
I love poop trucks.
I just assumed that they would just take all the poop to the top of the highest tower in Dubai and just sort of like throw it.
Throw it at Tom Cruise coming up the side.
Coming up the side, yeah.
Get off of there.
Challenging.
They're using it to make those world islands.
I just never considered that there would be a truck full of poop, and now I hope all of them are.
Poop trucks?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's like
Do
the ice
people
cream
know about
truck.
this?
Not so much in New York, but in like more rural areas, you got the sewage systems. You got to pump those up.
I think
In a big
also,
truck?
Big old poop
in
truck.
the desert, then you got to get a water truck.
What
Sometimes
do-
you got to get water.
Why can't we have a
be
poop
trucked in.
train?
You can.
Much more efficient.
There's no infrastructure in America for a poop train.
You know what that would sound like? Poop, poop.
That's good.
That's neither here nor there.
That's
player.
really
Like
good.
choo-choo.
Strike that from the record.
Would poop come out of the top?
If you just-
yeah,
pulled it?
probably.
If you think of how many more poops you could fit on a train or ship, I think it's ridiculous we're still doing it by truck.
I would have the job where I'm just shoveling poop into like a big fire.
It's terrible for the environment, but you have to do it.
I told you guys about that rumor I heard from my friend's Russian dad.
Where's this
about
going?
How Putin has somebody collect his poop
No.
Oh,
from the
wait.
toilet so no one
You
tries
have
to
said
steal
that,
his
yeah.
DNA.
More
That's
like pooping.
awesome. I hope that's true.
Poop.
Is there DNA in poop? There's no DNA in poop.
There is. There's all kinds
Well,
of.
they want to see what he's eating. They
Yeah,
want
like he's an owl or
use
whatever.
his pellets against him.
Yeah.
Oh,
They want to see if there's uranium in his pellets.
But they put it in a suitcase. There's a poop suitcase.
Poop suitcase, and then they explode
Poop
it or
case.
something. Put
I think
a
so.
bunch of bricks in it and drop it in the ocean.
I see you joking around about this security issue for Russia. And I can assure you it's very serious. Now, how many damn poop trucks are coming out of the Burj Khalifa?
Do people live in the Burj Khalifa?
I
It
couldn't
seems
tell
like
you.
it's got to. I'm assuming because, and you know, this is probably just an incorrect association, but there's all these. All of the like like UAE empty apartment buildings in New York
Yes.
that are just like purchased apartments no one lives in, that I assume if you went to Dubai it would also be full of empty buildings, but maybe they're all actually in there waiting on their second home.
The Hitman level is very fully populated, and
Right.
it has a full sewage system in that one. But now I'm realizing it must just go to a giant tank underneath the building.
If the hitman could easily sneak in as the truck driver.
Oh, drive with all
very
that
easy.
poop.
Or
Yeah,
is-
he's got his
And
gloves
then dissect it.
Or is the poop train conductor?
Poop.
Hello. Choo choo. Sorry.
Can you
Poo, poo.
imagine? Thank you. The poop, if it started at the very top, it had to go all the way down to the very bottom.
That poop's having a real fun time.
should
It's
I
a
mention-
slide.
We did do a poop episode recently, and multiple people said they would never listen again if we did a poop episode.
It's not a
again.
poop episode. It's one truck question.
About the Burj Khalifa.
It's not my fault we found out what the train sounds like. I'm
We
going to
just
guess.
had to find out.
I guess 20 trucks.
I think, yeah. For every day, 20 trucks of poop.
For 35,000 people?
I'm going to say 35 trucks. One for
Oh,
one
that's
for each
good.
1,000.
each 1,000. Yeah.
1,000 poops in a truck.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, here we go.
There's a
Okay.
picture here.
Let me ask you one thing. Hundreds of people gathered to make the tallest skyscraper, spending billions of dollars. Why won't they make a sewage system? Were they mad or something?
You're
So this
mad.
doesn't have an answer.
I mean, it is a big hooks.
It is a big hooks.
Oh,
Hawks.
So this person is saying that this is a goddamn hoax and that it actually is full of pipes.
That doesn't make sense to me. I think they use trucks.
How many are going in? And a lot of people saying this is false. It has pipes.
No. It has.
There's no trucks
They use
that
trucks.
carry all the poop.
All of the toilets, the pipes go into a truck.
If anything, we would invest in a train. You could carry far more poop that way.
Hitachi was hired to help with.
Oh,
sound.
they got Hitachi on that?
You guys got to finish the sentences. It's a podcast.
Sorry, Hitachi were hired to help with the Dubai fountain and the fact that due to Dubai's heat, it loses water.
Water.
Are you happy?
Yes.
So
Does
where
that
could
more-
they
does
get
that make
extra
more
water?
sense?
They
it
needed
does.
The answer is sewage wastewater. So for the fountain, they used poop.
They use sewage water for that? That doesn't seem
That doesn't
right.
seem right.
Reverse osmosis.
Okay, so
Jones.
the thing is, it's a trick question. 0 trucks.
Yeah.
Zero
Yeah.
trucks is the answer.
I think so.
Wow.
Lock in. No trucks.
Most of the skyscrapers are off grid when it comes to drainage.
What?
DK produces 7 tons of poop every day, double that with the wastewater. You would need an average vacuum truck each day or a larger one every other day. Replicate that across the city, and that's why you have lines of trucks ferrying the stuff away daily, and that's from Lily.
You can trust her. She's a cultural historian.
It really took me a moment to recognize BK as Burj Khalifa.
And not Brooklyn?
or Burger
Burger
King.
King.
Burger King. Oh, of course.
Burger
Look,
King owns BK in my mental real estate.
Burger King also has 1 truck of poop every day.
every hour on the
Yeah.
hour.
Every
so.
Burger King
Fit for a king.
drives away a truck of poop, and then they
They
put
wear
it.
the little paper crown on their head.
They
Yeah.
measure poops in Whoppers.
I'm dropping a Whopper today.
If that's not funny, I don't know what is.
Our enemy's sandwich.
What's funny anymore? Let's go to the next question.
Okay. Oh no, is Whopper Burger King? Whatever. Who cares?
Whopper is
Sounds
Burger
good.
King.
Yeah. I was thinking it was McDonald's for a second. Would you ride a New York City subway without a gun to protect you from criminals / Democrats?
Oh, all the Democrats that attack me every day I get on that train. It's always Pete Buttigieg just like jumping out from around corners, being like, "Do you like trains?" And I'm like, "One specific kind."
Time to reform your life over 15 years.
Moderate change.
Oh, hey, I'll tell you one thing. The Democrats have big backpacks and they're bumping into me.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that pisses me off. And I wish I did have a gun.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you really just don't want to run to Claire.
Claire, the boy who called you pretty on the train, do you think he was a Republican or a Democrat or an independent?
I think he was one of those guys who just like believes in whatever the aliens say.
Oh,
you know when like
Great
the aliens
From the
sticker.
tell
bumper
someone
sticker?
something,
Yeah.
and then he finds out about it.
So he's a free thinker, you're saying?
Yeah,
He's a beautiful free thinker?
yeah.
Libertarian.
Off
So
my...
basically, it's basically libertarian.
Before we started recording, Claire got many compliments on the street.
I'm not on the street. I got one compliment on this thing where I'm fishing for compliments.
Yes.
Okay, that's on
It's
the net.
one of those
but
anonymous apps. where
they
you can
also
say
never
anonymous
stop
things
on the
to people.
street.
I have no idea about these apps. You can get compliments from people?
You set it up on Instagram. You say, "Send me an anonymous message."
Oh,
People
sure.
send you
Okay, yeah.
messages.
And people tell you you're beautiful.
People say
You should try it.
I honestly, I would love the self-esteem boost.
Everyone would like
know.
it. It
Someone
could be really
asks, "Who do you like right now?"
Whoa.
good. Oh,
It's kind of very high school style.
Yeah.
So high school is
Form
awesome.
spring.
Oh, do you think in terms of like love, or do you think in terms of like music or something?
I think in just terms of like,
Who are your
I'm
guys?
taking
Who are
this
your
away from
guys?
you.
Yeah, Who's good
Moving
right now?
Your toy is losing.
I'm big into Jeremy right now.
the big Jeremy head.
Wow, this is exciting.
Going nuts for
Oh.
Jeremy
Lock
mostly.
the Jeremy.
It's Jeremy Renner, unfortunately.
Oh,
We're
he had,
all
a, he had a whole app. Yeah.
He did.
He had an app.
A bit self-indulgent.
Yeah. Renner
the
app.
The Renner app. And
We're
then
not on there?
I was not on there.
Oh, you gotta get on the Jeremy Renner.
Is it
app.
still around?
I don't think so.
I think it's just kind of
Are you guys
busted.
yanking my chain?
No, it's real. And then he got crushed by like a thresher
Snowplow,
ball or
yeah.
something.
yeah,
And
and
then-
then they tried to pay him less to be in Hawkeye, and he said no thanks.
Poo poo.
Yeah, it was basically like a
Hit by the poo
Instagram. It was like Instagram, but for Jeremy Renner, and you could all follow Jeremy Renner and like his stuff.
Oh,
And then you could
I
post
love
stuff,
that.
And then Jeremy Renner would post things, and you could like send him money.
He recently
was shut
was.
down.
I think he like maybe wrote a book or something.
There was like a section
much
of it that was
talent.
just about like telling hard truths, and it was called the Hurt Locker. You could go
No
in there.
way.
I wish.
That
would've
could
been
be
more
true.
I mean, that
Exactly,
could
yeah.
be true.
I could be wrong, but I thought,
is
why does it
Casey
say
Anthony?
Casey Anthony?
You
is
can
on
pretty
there?
much make up any lie
That's
you
got
want
to
and
be
tell
a
Claire.
liar.
She's not gonna know.
I'm excited to watch because after this, for those listening, we're going to do a bonus episode where we discuss Venom 3, and Claire has not seen the movie, and we're just going to tell you
I
stuff.
saw the first 30 minutes.
We'll see if you believe us about all the things that happen in this.
First of all,
this
difficult to
film.
describe.
Yes, very, very.
Because I'm watching it and I'm just like, I don't know how to explain the thing Venom just did right
Claire
now.
will be our audience surrogate.
Yeah,
for
we'll
everyone
see
who
if-
didn't see it.
Venom says, "Hola, bitches,"
He does say that.
That
He
is
does.
not
He
a
does.
joke.
within
Yeah.
the first 10 minutes.
That's not like the puka stuff. That's real.
But he doesn't say it like that.
Anyway,
Margarita Zetti.
Hola, bitches.
please wait to do this.
Hola.
We have to do it for a full hour. We don't need to do it extra now. Would you ride the subway without a gun? Yes or no?
No,
I
would
say
not.
no.
I absolutely
I'm
would not.
Always strapped. In case I, have
I
to
need just like
kill.
a gun that like pokes out just a little, like
Yeah.
have a little shotgun tail.
I like
like
the move
that.
where you leave it over your dick.
Yeah.
Just let it hover,
Yeah, well, you put it in the band, and then you're like, you got a problem?
and you just
got a
show a
problem?
little, show that.
I
Yeah.
feel like that'd be uncomfortable. I'm surprised people
People
do
blow
that.
their dicks off all the time doing it too.
Yeah.
Totally.
It's
Yeah.
super common.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I mean, even if you put the safety on, you know, you see something
it's-
you like, the dick slaps
Yeah,
into the
hits the
safety.
safety.
You know,
Your boner unclicks the safety and then puts itself in the barrel.
Literally, that's 20%
stop
of gun deaths in America.
really?
Is boners hitting the safety
Oh,
off
man.
and accidentally pulling
You heard
the
it here
trigger.
first.
It's
yeah.
the number one mortality rate in this
It's
country.
why it's so dangerous to have a curved penis.
Everybody wants
You do the
that
hook-
sweet banana clipper until it's too late.
You do the hook shot from Lucky Number 11 of just if you have the crooked dick, it goes like. It
What
does.
a
That's from
reference.
Wanted.
That's from Wanted. God,
Fuck you.
And when Alex says "fuck you," he's hitting you with a keyboard, and all of the letters are coming out except for the U, which is your tooth.
Wait, I fucking loved that when that happened. That was one of the craziest things I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it rocks.
Lucky Number 7 is so good.
Oh, I'm talking about Wanted.
Well, I really like Lucky
For
Number
me, they're
7.
the same film, and I know they're not the
I
same
haven't
film.
seen
but
Slevin.
yeah, it's
Jeremy.
I don't know. It
Sorry,
Take the time. The Kansas City Shuffle?
I don't even know what it is.
I went to go see Lucky Number 11 in theaters, and when I went to go buy my ticket, the guy behind the counter, I said, "Can I have a ticket for Lucky Number 11?" He's like, "Do you mean Lucky Number 7?" And I went, "I do not."
He couldn't be more wrong.
No.
Wow.
You know what? And he's fucking by the board all day long looking
He's
at that
looking
L.
at the tickets.
Can I just say, I'm so sick of these Democrats.
Yeah.
For real. Working
Yeah,
at the movie theater.
Yeah, guess what he was voting at the end of the day.
He was sitting in that booth having the largest backpack you've ever seen. Like, he could barely move in that ticket booth.
He's going
Pissing
and
me off.
passing another reform around stem cells to put in his eyes, block the letter L.
He made the mistake of selling a ticket to Shaq, and now Shaq just has a board in his room that just says ticket booth operator.
Shaq's got so many fucking grudges.
Another
He's just got a whole room for it. Yeah.
Another one.
We should read some of these comments from crazy people on Quora talking about the subway.
Yeah.
We should,
Absolutely.
and then we'll move on.
Ralph says, I wouldn't ride a New York City subway, period.
Oh.
Now,
If you're unarmed, you're a victim. Sorry, what's up, Claire?
Where does he live?
Where does he live?
Yeah,
He
where's
lives
where's
in,
this guy
Staten
from?
Long Island.
Yeah.
It doesn't say.
Shit.
Oh, Ralph.
Shit.
But he would. People are truly terrified of New York City if they don't live
Yeah.
here. It's very funny.
Well, even
to
people
me.
who live in Long Island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think it's
They're
crazy.
scared as hell.
It's a media thing. It makes more sense when someone from Long Island is scared of the New York subway. I talk to people who live in Massachusetts all the time who are like,
Right.
I'm so scared of the New York subway. It's like, you don't live in this city.
No. And
Why would you be afraid of our local
Long
metro
Island
system?
is like the most racist place in America.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like Rhodesia in the U.S. A friend of mine told me that, I won't say his name because it is a fucked up story, that he said his dad refers to black people as the element. Is the Long Island man.
What the
was
my
fuck?
God.
Blown away.
Without saying his full name, his last name is Puka. Just kind of an idea of who we're talking about here.
I was shocked. Anyway,
Jesus.
would you believe that these people are afraid of Penn Station?
I have had relatives who are like, oh, but it's so much so scary walking down all the alleyways
Yeah.
in New York City. I'm like, we have one.
Yeah.
Everyone
It's in
knows.
Tribeca, for
Yeah,
Christ's
exactly.
sake.
Like beautiful Soho alleyway.
Yeah, what the fuck?
And if you go down that, you get turned into Spider-Man or whatever. But
Yeah,
that
I mean-
doesn't happen.
Or someone kisses you upside down.
Right.
That's
well,
awesome.
That's
So
all.
sweet.
I mean,
I want to do backflips and get smooched upside down. That sounds ideal to me.
yeah. That's
Sounds like a Democrat's ideal world.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you should hang out with Benson Boone more.
Can you have a?
He's always doing backflips.
Oh, I see.
He's also Spider-Man.
And he's-
And it is.
he could hang upside down, I bet.
You know who pisses me off? That Peter Parker guy, though. Why is he always taking pictures of Spider-Man?
I
Yeah.
don't know what his problem
Find a new subject.
My husband told me that Venom shows up at some point in the multiverse.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
The last Spider-Man movie.
Yeah,
Did
it
he
was
watch
sort
it
of
with you?
Yeah.
Was this also in the first half hour of the film that you did see? Because it does happen in the movie.
He mentioned it.
Yeah, okay.
I was only I was only kind of paying attention to it.
Okay.
yes, the ideal way to watch Venom Last Dance, I
Yeah,
think.
Yeah, I think that's right.
This is not the Venom
I
episode.
know. I have so much to say. I have so much to say.
This is not the Venom
Okay,
episode.
let's read a second comment. This is
do
from
it.
Carl Mann, who's a former aerospace engineer.
Retired.
Oh, wait, I also forgot to read the rest of Ralph's thing where he says, if you try to defend yourself, you're a criminal. With those being the only two choices, I'll pass.
Okay,
Sure.
then.
You're unarmed, you're a victim. If you defend yourself, you're a criminal.
That has one upvote.
Well, actually, it has 3 because I upvoted it.
Don't upvote him.
All right, I'll downvote
He's
him.
a bad man.
Carl Mann says, as a typical law-abiding citizen, carrying a firearm in NYC is not an option. Using a firearm for a legal defense will still get you arrested.
Yeah.
Democrats have seen to it that it is the criminals who have rights, not honest citizens.
That was part of the criminal empowerment laws.
If you are carrying a gun,
and I
New
am.
York City, and I am in a New York City subway, you are a criminal. Like
Yeah.
I don't care what your rationale is. Get it
Right.
out of there.
I don't think I've ever seen one outside of like a cop's holstered gun, which always does make me scared.
I don't like seeing it.
Yeah,
When you
I
walk
like
through,
seeing
like,
'em.
the scariest thing in New York is going through. I said Penn Station before, but it's Penn Station, and you see like army guys with an assault rifle just
Right.
standing there
So
guarding the Dunkin'
crazy.
Donuts or whatever.
What are they gonna do? Like, what are they anticipating is gonna happen in Penn Station? Like,
I don't know.
They're gonna defend the Auntie Anne's.
Someone's
lethal
gonna
force.
fart so hard. It's
just like-
gonna drive everyone nuts.
Homeless people are trying to sit down in the spot that's just for Long Island Railroad ticket holders, so they have
Yeah.
to have an assault rifle.
So they have to be murdered.
You have to shoot an outline around their body non-lethally, so it
Yeah.
leaves a bullet hole drawing in the wall.
yeah.
For that, you
so
need
you can
the
jump
assault
through
rifle,
it. Yeah.
Yowza! Lopter says, I wouldn't go to NYC in the first place, and you couldn't pay me to regularly commute on that.
Boom.
They-
Lobster has been deactivated. He is an INTP.
INTP.
Which
Is-
one is that? Introvert.
Who is this singing here?
We're about to find out.
I'm
that,
an ENTP.
Is that Amy Winehands?
No, that's
Come on, man.
Oh,
Come on.
That's a woman.
taxation is theft.
This
Communism
is
is evil.
Igor. Himalaya massive ritual recording.
6 whole minutes of this.
Yep.
Whoa.
Cool. I mean, yeah,
Wait,
I like.
that's awesome. Whoa!
All right, well, that's very cool.
Yeah, he actually is posting. He's posting fire on.
He says
here, but
taxation is theft, communism is evil. Epstein didn't kill himself. There's
only one God.
Donald Trump is the greatest U.S. president.
There are, oh God, it's just a completely incomprehensible worldview is what I'm looking at right here.
sorry, pagans. Here's a video of, I guess, Himalayan heavy metal. Also, we've totally glossed over the fact that his picture is like a shy leopard.
Oh yeah,
Or it's
well,
a
I don't know. That looks like a
no.
methed out leopard to
Yeah.
me. Look
Can we
at that.
zoom on this?
Yes, we
Can we get the leopard blown up a little bit?
Oh no.
It looks. Is it from a meme or something?
It's a leopard eating something, I think.
It looks like a hand, like a scarecrow hand.
I would not want to run into one of these in a dark jungle, folks. I tell you that
angry
right
leopard?
now. Yeah.
I would not run into that in a New York City alleyway.
know.
I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
but thanks to Democrats, they're all over the subway.
That's why I need my gun.
Yeah.
We need more police to stop all the angry leopards in Manhattan.
I have a friend whose dad calls all people leopards.
Should I cut that out? It's so
No.
dark.
It's dark, but people need to
bleak.
It's
know
also-
that dads are saying this.
Long Island's a bad place.
Wow.
It's
worst
important to know that about dads. Also, it is the strangest way to be racist I've ever heard in my life.
It's crazy.
He's making up his own slurs.
it's one of the worst ways to describe people I've ever heard.
It takes like a while to get to it being a problem because it's so confusing.
It is confusing.
It's also like literary somehow.
Well, it feels like he's trying to adapt it into the Avatar universe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something strange.
I don't care for it.
I call
on
black people
Pandora.
unobtainium. Want to know why? Want to know why?
No, Dad. Not my dad. By the way, after y'all guessed it on our podcast, my
Yes.
dad's like, those guys are pretty funny. I want to
Great.
listen to their show. And so
Hell
now
yeah.
he is a subscriber
Really?
of Quorators.
We've got Alex's dad. We've
So,
got your
hi, Dad.
dad.
It's a podcast for dads
Yes.
by sons.
certain dads.
Certain dads.
Very certain dads.
We think of ourselves as a son's
By Sons
podcast.
and Claire.
My dad's listening from hell. Don't worry. That's the only content they get in hell is
Is Quorators.
Is Quorators?
Yeah. That's how you know it's a good podcast.
Yeah,
Not the video.
just the audio feed.
Yeah.
Just us skimming sentences out loud.
It's the poop episode. It's the Master Chief episode over and over.
What do we think this leopard sounds like? I cannot get over.
Is it that his name is Lopter because that's the sound the leopard is making?
LOPTR for those listening.
Lord of Rings.
Oh,
That's good.
Lord of Putta Rings.
Lord of Pussy Taru.
We must go to Mordor, Frodo.
Keep going down.
Should we read more comments about New York City?
We have a lot more questions. We've only
let's do
two
more
questions.
Okay, let's do another
You
question.
can get a gun. Anyone can
Hello.
get a gun.
You can get a gun.
Anyone can
Just
get
talk
it.
to Claire. Just message
Claire will
Claire
sell
on this
you a
app
gun.
where you tell her she's beautiful and
You have
ask
to
her to
send
get a
me
gun.
an anonymous comment.
You are
about-
so pretty. Gun, please?
Yeah. Okay.
Here's a question. My tenant pays rent on time, but his rent is very low than market rent. How can I get him out?
Get it? What?
The discourse.
Get him out.
I think
That's
you
my
got,
new game show is tenant versus landlord.
this is the start of every Scooby-Doo episode.
Oh, sure.
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah.
hate it when my
So this guy owns an amusement park is what you're saying?
No, I'm saying that it's all about like his rent is very low than market rent. How can I get him out? And then
Ruh-roh,
the
Raggy.
next thought, I dress up as Frankenstein. I live in his house. Every
Yes.
time he comes out of the shower, I go, and then he calls the teens to get rid of me.
I run through doors and then come out other doors.
I mean, look, if he's got an apartment with that many doors and you're charging below market value, I mean, I understand.
You gotta flip
I
that.
get that.
You gotta flip that.
How bad is the trust in the police that you're calling children to solve your mysteries for you?
Pretty grim, I'd say.
The thing is, the Scooby-Doo mystery team has a much lower kill rate than the
Yes.
American police. It's just a we keep us safe solution to your ghosts.
All the Scooby-Doo episodes where they call like the NYPD and they just shoot Frankenstein.
Oh God! on.
No, the mystery machine is like the guardian angels,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
Curtis Silva.
Curtis
It's like
Silva.
Scoob. I shot my dick off.
I drank a whole water bottle full of acid, Scoob. I'm never coming down.
Raggy got that crooked dick.
Raggy got that crooked dick is gonna be playing in my head all day. Well, we got an answer from Nope Cat here.
Oh yeah, please.
And he's kind of taking him down a peg.
And this was upvoted by Papa's Mountain, who I guess we also follow.
We do follow Papa's Mountain.
You have to climb every mountain.
Papa's Mountain is a metal manufacturing business in
It's a show for dads by
Colorado.
sons and Claire.
Okay, Nope Cat says, "Oh, so you mean the tenant of your unit is renting is reasonably priced? How horrible!" And that's like a bunch more paragraphs, kind of taking him to task. But that's Nope Cat, folks. Nope Cat's showing up and showing his claws.
I feel like Nope Cat is kind of spitting fire here, though.
Yeah. He says, so no, you don't get him out. You also do not raise his rent or anybody else's. If he pays you on time and takes care of the unit, you smile at him when you see him and go about your day.
You
Yeah.
respect him for paying that rent.
This edit down here is interesting. The one from the year of 2024. I'm seeing several mentions of rent control. This sounds like what needs to be done Okay, so this person had never heard of a rent-controlled apartment before?
No, this is
apparently
Nope
not.
Cat.
This is Nope Cat.
Yeah, this is Nope
actually a
Cat. Wait, there's a second edit?
Yeah. Only a few days later.
Oh,
6
this
days
is like
later.
a thesis.
Just found out about rent control. I live in a castle.
I am Dracula.
I didn't know J.K. Rowling was on Quora.
Oh, she probably is, TBH.
Oh, I wonder if she
We've
is
never
on there.
looked.
There are a lot of people like her.
Oh,
Yeah.
A lot of British
We
TERFs.
just skipped a reply by Amanda Bed.
Oh, no. Oh, God. There's so many Quora questions about J.K. Rowling.
yeah. She doesn't seem to have her own account, though,
that we
which is
know
a bummer.
You gotta-
She
you gotta-
probably
What
has
about
a
Robert
cult account.
Goldrate
looking-
or whatever her
right.
pseudonym
You're looking
is?
on Google. That's not how you find out. You put J.K. Rowling in and then click persons on the Quora search, and then it says no, but then the answer is yes. And it
I mean,
just
there are
didn't
people
show
named
you.
J.K. Rowling. This is probably not her. This is just an account with 4 followers. Is online business the right choice to start business? I don't think that's her.
Maybe maybe in addition to all of having her
There's
core
also
opinions
this
on
one.
trans folks, she also has some thoughts about small businesses.
Could you? All right, here's
Definitely.
how you do it. Click on the search bar
Hold on. We don't think this is her? J.K. Rowling?
with 130 followers.
15 fan?
followers.
15 followers?
Contributor at Alisher Usmanov space.
There's a picture of her meeting fans at the London premiere of Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, Dave Bennett.
Actually, this is her.
I feel like probably.
Back to Amanda Bedgood, please.
She's trying to get someone to recover her hacked Telegram account.
Spiro Kid, help me. That's what it says.
All right, so read this comment, Alex. This is on the tenant question.
Back to the tenant question. Amanda Bedgood, who is a Harry Potter character.
I hope you're sitting for this one.
She's an excellent sleeper.
Yeah,
That is good.
she's like the slut character they wrote in.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Amanda Bedgood.
JK was like, you know what I'm missing in this novel is just like a
Is the Hogwarts
easy
slut, yes.
woman who's going to school for a second time.
Bedgood turned my dick into a newt.
She decurved my dick right now, Amanda. I have potions in the morning.
Dickius uncurtify.
All right, I'm gonna read her response because she takes him down a peg too. She's like, "Nope, cat."
Yeah, okay.
Hey there. Pull up a chair and let me tell you a tale of true greed.
Sounds like a cowboy.
True tale of greed, it says.
Thank you. I was a tenant in a 4-family unit for over 10 years.
Wow, okay.
I paid rent on time, usually early.
Early.
Took the initiative to clean general areas on the regular, not in my lease. Was quiet, seldom had company, non-smoker, and got along well with everyone in the building. All 4 units were occupied by good tenants, and we had all been there some years with small increases in rent over time, but nothing too crazy. February of 2023, our building was sold, and we never met the new owners, not even a generic person in hi.
In-person hi.
Generic in-person hi. Instead, we get emails letting us know our yearly leases will be renewed when the time came and gave us information for a pay portal to send our rent.
I do love a pay portal.
They're really building this up. My lease was the first up for renewal that year in September. Oh, wow. Wait, how much longer? Scroll
Do you
down.
have a chair? Are you in your chair?
I am in the chair, but
she didn't tell us to sit down.
Okay.
All right.
And
This is a true tale of greed, by the way.
it's a true tale of greed.
This better be good.
It's like
We don't read these beforehand.
it's pretty much like the Grinch. Okay. From February to September, I still had not met the new owner, and I get an email telling me my rent would be increasing to match market, taking me from $800 to $1,250.
That's a huge hike, yeah.
Not a single person renting in that area pays over $900 because landlords are local and want to ensure their properties are filled. And I asked what would be done to offset this increase. Will I get new paint, new carpet, any repairs or upgrade? Nope, nothing, nada, just to pay more rent. Although it was a hassle and I was not planning to move, I managed to find a much larger unit for $875 and moved there.
Good for you, Amanda.
Nice.
A tale of true greed.
I mean, over 50% increases is pretty bad.
That's
but
crazy.
It's not really
Yeah.
much of a story. She said way too much.
Well, I'm glad I pulled up a chair.
Yeah, I'm cozy.
Yeah, I feel good.
I just should have pulled the chair out before I went on the internet at all. I think.
Yeah, that was silly. Alex stands for those who listen to the podcast but don't watch.
Heavy
Alex
squat.
stands every episode.
Yeah, I'm like a DJ at like a popular bar. I'm kind of like hovering over the Quoras, lining up the next one and kind of nodding along.
Whoa.
He keeps playing Get Lucky, and it's just like, I like this song, but
Up next, we got Nope Cat, y'all.
Everyone's really mad at the question asker, by the way.
Yeah, no one is taking their side, so
I-
we'll never know. But the answer is you dress up like Frankenstein.
We can't
you
find
kinda
them 'cause
scare
there's
them.
I'm going to be honest,
hundreds
this was a surprisingly left thread
Yes.
of Quora.
It was
Yeah.
woke.
I feel
His
like
thread's gone
Quora's
woke.
gone woke.
everyone can agree that landlords are bad.
No one likes them.
Yeah,
I'm technically a
Eh.
landlord.
and like health CEOs too.
How are you
I feel like.
technically a landlord?
Because I own my parents' house.
Oh, sure.
Because they're
Are you leasing it to your parents?
they're dead.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
So they're leasing.
If it makes you feel better, it was just a few weeks ago.
oh God,
yeah. And they both died at the same time and under mysterious circumstances.
Shaq!
Shaq sat on them. But I rented out
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
to a woman.
I thought you were gonna say it was empty, and I would be like, "That does not make you a landlord."
That's actually feminism.
That's
Yeah.
a landowner.
I rented out to a woman.
I mean, if it's to a woman.
You owe her an apology
Sorry.
for the things you do. Yeah, you gotta scare them. Okay, next one. Michelle Green says, "My landlord is awesome.
Okay, this is a good question.
These chickpeas are so good.
They're a high source of protein as well."
Important question alert. What if a country legalized penis torture?
I'd get out of there right away.
Yeah, I feel like
that's the first they came for me, where I'm like, it's time to go.
You know what I say?
Yeah.
Legalize it.
I do not say that.
Legalize it.
Related question: does penis torture hurt? Is this like a specific thing I don't know about?
Oh
or is
yeah,
it-
you never heard of cock and ball torture?
Well, but is it
Yeah.
not like the movie Saw, but for your cock and balls?
have you seen Casino Royale?
Where they
it's like that.
slam those things.
They slam the penis. That's my question. Is like, what kind of penis torture are we talking here?
Right.
Oh,
that's
that
ball
was
torture.
pretty
though.
crazy.
In Casino
Yeah, that feels
Royale, they
balls
have
more than
a swinging
shaft time.
bola that they slam into his sweet sack over and over again.
Right, and then
He, I don't remember. Doesn't he really like it though?
Yeah, he does
he's
come at a
yelling.
couple
He's
points,
like,
yeah.
"Oh, it's so great."
Oh heavens!
That's what he says.
that's how you know a British person's really enjoying it.
You
is when they-
blasted my
Get that heavens.
nods.
Oh, the queen.
Oh, my knob.
Knights of Malta.
Slob on my knob.
The famous James Bond line. Slob on
Beatles.
my knob. The
My
lad-
knob. Slob on it.
The lads of Liverpool.
Lie back and think of me.
Ed Van P responds, he's a truck driver. He says, then you will be the first in line only to bring that sick stuff up.
Wow.
Up for Ed. That is
Up
exactly how I feel
three-
about it.
What if a
There's
country
a
legal?
response
This
to
is
him
the
as
one
well.
answer.
There's a response to it as well.
Michael Powell says
Lol.
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 That's the only answer.
El Mao. You're so
Okay,
right.
Let's see who the question asker
Well, Ed Van
is.
P is a truck driver, so he should know about
South Opay. We've seen this
Cock
account
torture.
before.
This
Been
fucker.
banned.
They have
They're-
15,000 questions.
They have a very gothic Avi.
Can masturbating to something you hate cause sperm to not come out when masturbation is over? That's a
What?
really good question.
Is
That's-
it just like dust? It's like a.
Right.
It's just semen without sperm.
Oh,
That's why
You
I
have
see.
to love to get pregnant.
you don't have
you
to
do.
pull out
Yep.
if you pretend your lover is bigotry or
Yeah.
something evil.
Well, then that's
Just
scary.
a dad
though,
from Long
because
Island, and then
if-
nothing's coming out.
If you do that, Alex, and she does get pregnant, you have to contend with the fact that you love bigotry.
Woo!
Oh no,
That's pretty scary.
That would be
Yeah.
a tough fact to reckon with. I hope it doesn't happen to me.
Anyway, I'm gonna follow South Opie so that we can.
But they've been banned.
Yeah, but I want to see next time we see one of their questions. I want to be like, we follow this person already.
Great,
That'll be
great.
helpful for me.
Oh,
They're-
let me see one more question.
They're active in Portuguese.
By this person.
By South
Yeah.
Opie.
South
Sure. Having extreme hyper focus on having sex with men, and when talking to these men, being shy and being sensitive to the noise of sex with women seems more autistic or gay.
Oh man, I'm having trouble diagramming that
Thoughts on that?
sentence.
Double
Okay.
gay.
So
This
is
is
it
the question.
autistic or gay?
He's having a
being
hyper
gay?
focus on fucking men. He wants to
Okay.
know, do you think that's more gay or autistic?
You know how you can be gay or autistic?
No, that's a Venn diagram where never the two shall meet.
Have you ever seen the Patak scale of sexuality?
Yeah, it's a Venn diagram where there's two circles next to each other and they look like balls.
Oh.
And they're being hit really
They're
hard.
being slammed by a brick.
Above just a little bubble that says, "Oh heavens!"
And then he asks, can Gabe Newell run for president of the U.S.? Because he's a Steam gamer.
The guy who created Steam.
I love
A video-
Team Fortress
video
2.
game CEO.
He's a video game CEO.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
a
interesting.
popular
Yeah.
CEO,
Crazy.
Claire.
Valve.
Check him out.
Awesome.
Check him out if you're a dad or you're a girl who listens to this.
You'd love Half-Life 3.
Check out
Oh, no,
Gabe
Half-Life
Newell.
2, I mean, because 3 is the one that didn't come out.
You know he's cool because of video game.
2004 is a crazy time.
There was a whole fortress you could be a team of.
Scroll
Yeah.
down. I want to see one more good one.
A whole mod you could Gary.
Is it autistic to be obsessed with naked mole rats? Is it autistic to be obsessed with fear and hunger?
If you have to ask this much, yes,
Can
it
an
is.
emo have HIV? We did
That's
that
why
question.
we know
That
this
question.
guy.
Oh,
Okay.
Can a monarchy exist without a dynasty? Wow.
Absolutely not.
I
That's
mean,
so deep.
Absolutely
I
not.
guess.
And I'll have your head for asking, you Dave.
Was Poe made by Cora?
Are
Michael
Michael
Jackson's
Jackson's
children his children?
That's a good question.
That's
When
a
a
really
man
good
ejaculate on their belly after masturbation, it is white semen and ejaculated very well, but then the semen becomes just water and stop being white. What happens to the sperm? Are the sperm cells still active?
They're ghosts now.
Oh, that's interesting. That's good to know.
Ghost in the Machine.
I love to look at my own sperm and say, ejaculated very well. Another master class.
After done, a nice round of applause for yourself.
Okay, so
you know?
I think what he's realizing is that if he masturbated and he ejaculated onto his belly and there's no sperm, that means he doesn't love himself.
Oh,
hates himself.
because of the other question. You
Yeah.
really got his ass dialectically.
Boom! You can't get past me.
Yeah,
But also-
Socrates podcast.
But also, can Keanu Reeves run for president of the U.S.?
He can.
Yeah, he
He's
can
legal.
He
actually.
absolutely can.
Ladies,
he's
he's
legal.
No,
legal.
I thought he was Canadian.
Oh wait,
Oh,
is
is
he?
I don't know.
No.
The things we know
No,
about
is he?
Keanu Reeves
I
on
feel
this
like he's
podcast.
Canadian.
I just think he's kind.
Canadian.
He is Canadian.
There is no way he's
This
Canadian.
is pissing me off so much. This is actually a Mandela effect. He's not Canadian. He's from New Jersey.
Of Dog
Yeah.
Star?
In my universe.
It says he was born in Lebanon.
It does say that.
Oh,
yeah.
that's right. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he could be.
But then he moved to Toronto.
Anyway, no, he can't.
But his dad is from Hawaii and is native Hawaiian.
Let's go back to our list of questions, please.
Okay.
Bye, Keanu.
Here's another question. The author deleted this question.
Wait,
Oh.
what was the question?
The question was, what would Trump's popularity increase if he started pooping his pants during every press conference and then reaching into his underwear and throwing shit at reporters who ask questions he does not like? Unfortunately, all we see is a thing that says the author deleted this question.
It's rare you see a physical representation of a guy going, never mind.
I've
That
never
was
seen that
stupid.
before. I've never
Very
seen that
rare.
before.
Is that so does that mean that we've never seen a deleted question before?
No one
my
has ever
God.
regretted their question until now.
No.
Am I at a Quorators first right now? That's
I'm blown
very
away.
exciting.
Unfortunately, it is not in the Wayback Machine. So we can't even look at it on Wayback.
The Wayback Machine has
just
never had
gone.
someone ask for a Quora before.
Did you mean Reddit?
Well, we have the question. It was unanswered anyway. I think it would increase his popularity. You know, he's a controversial figure. You either love him or hate him. But I think throwing poop that he pulls out of his pants with his hands, fresh out of his old butt, and then throwing that at Wolf Blitzer would only be something beloved and
I think it would be
cherished
smart.
by the
It's
masses.
very monkey coded. Monkeys love to do that.
Hey, why don't you have this? My new brown.
He's got
for CNN.
He's got to be quick about it though, or else the poop trucks come in. They scoop that right up before he's able to grab it.
That's smart.
This one's presidential.
Too efficient. We got to cut. We got to cut the poop truck budget. Get Doge in there on that. I got to throw my poops.
We're gonna have the chainsaw come for the poop budget.
I'm glad everybody got their impression.
Claire, do one.
You gotta.
Yes. Once an episode, we're gonna do it. And we're gonna get better every week.
The train makes poop, and it goes poo poo.
Thing it goes poo poo.
It goes poo poo, and which is very nice.
I love poop poop.
Very nice.
All right, next question.
All right, let's do one more question. Do you have one you would like to do? Let's do 5 quo, actually.
5 quo.
Alex, button.
I forgot I do that for a second. Hold on. Fuck.
These are our police quoras. This is just the podcast. You're not being pulled over if
being
you are
pulled
driving and or on a bicycle.
Just a sound effect. Don't worry
Just
about
a
it.
classic sound effect.
We're just having some fun.
Here's a question. Could you pull over a cop?
Hold on. If you yourself are a cop,
I
or
don't
is
know.
it just like
That's
as
a good loophole.
or is this like the mystery machine doing vigilante justice and like pulling over a cop?
The cop is a woman.
It's a van, right?
Whoa! My preconceptions.
There's some good answers in here. I don't want to spend too much time on my ideas because there's more experts.
Well,
in the
I think you
thread.
can citizens arrest anybody.
This is Gary D. Robson, who's an
this is
author and
good.
techie. He says, yes, you can pull over a cop.
I've done it.
Oh.
Years ago, I got a fix-it ticket because one of my taillights was out. The officer told me that if I got fixed before the court date, I could have any police officer sign off on it, and I wouldn't have to appear in court or pay the fine. I got a new bulb, fixed the light, and was driving home when I saw a police car ahead of me. I flashed my lights and gave a short beep on the horn. When he looked back at me, I pointed at the side of the road and pulled over. He pulled over as well. I did not approach his car. I got out and stood by my car, keeping both hands visible. He walked back to me and asked what was going on. I told him about the ticket and showed him the working light and handed him the ticket, and he took care of it and went our separate ways. I can just imagine being the fucking cop dealing with this maniac.
This feels like white privilege, the post.
Yeah,
too.
100%.
Jesus
The
Christ.
showing of my hands part of like, I'm a guy who loves police, and I'm very aware they want to shoot me dead. But I was going to show him my little ticket.
They keep the gun in the front of their pants.
Don't worry.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
You see my sexy belly, so you know it's cool.
Wait, can we just the first sentence of this? I don't.
From Fred Petit.
Petit.
says.
The smallest Fred.
Now again, the question is, can you pull over a cop? He says, I don't know about pulling them over, but you can have them pull you over for giving them the middle finger.
Wow.
That's not the question, Fred
couldn't be
Petit.
Good
further.
to know, though. I'm glad.
You little shrimp.
Little Fred with his little question.
Put your tiny hand down, Fred.
He's a little tiny, like, RC car being like, screw you, cops.
Die, pig.
I feel like on Fred Petit's profile.
Yep.
Do you want to read the rest of the
Yeah.
post?
Do I? This is his only answer ever. No questions, no other answers.
His magnum opus.
This is from December. I'm
Sometimes you
following.
nail it on the first go.
Yeah.
You know?
And then you've mastered the website. Also, little animals sometimes don't live as long. So,
Yeah.
you know, like
Oh,
a bug is
no.
only alive for like a week.
Right.
Isn't that crazy that little animals don't live that long and really big people, tall,
Right.
the tallest people.
When it comes to like people and dogs, if you're little, you live longer.
Yeah. bugs.
Turtles can live quite long.
Yeah, it's so true.
They're kind of just the right size.
Yeah, because they did it just right. Anyway, I'm going to read the rest of his post now.
Woo!
Once on my way to work, traveling in the left lane, I looked in my rearview mirror and saw that there was a state trooper tailgating me. I checked my mirrors regularly, but never saw him. He was going so fast. I pulled over to the middle lane, and as he passed, I flipped him the bird.
Whoa.
Wow.
He got really upset and slammed on his brakes and got behind me with lights on. I was then murdered. I pulled over and kept calm. He came up to my window still very upset and asked if I knew why he pulled me over. I told him yes for giving him the finger.
Giving you
Okay,
the bird, officer.
He took
Here's my paper and registration. My license.
very
I know exactly why you pulled me over in this case. He took my license and insurance, went to his car. A few minutes later, he came back, said I was very lucky, gave my paperwork back, and said I could go without a ticket. I kept calm the whole time, never raised my voice or gave him any problem, parentheses, other than flipping him the bird just a moment ago. I didn't say I would fight a ticket he had given me. I would have. I think he understood this could go bad for him, so he just let me go.
Wow. That's beautiful.
Cool.
72 upvotes. That's one of the most upvoted
Actually,
Quoras of all
73.
time. Fred Petit,
Slam it.
Got
Epic.
it.
we remember your little story.
What a beautiful.
You got this, Cora.
Whoa. I've never heard that one.
That's
that's
Jeff Bridges
Jeff
from
Bridges.
Tron 2.
In Tron Legacy.
I thought it was Vin Diesel.
You got this, Cora.
There's a character named
good.
Quora in Tron 2.
Oh, that's wild.
This is Vin Diesel.
I live my life a quarter mile at a time.
Okay, that's different.
There's subtle differences.
And then which
there.
one is George H.W. Bush?
Read my lips.
That one's Vin Diesel.
That's Vin Diesel, 100%.
Anyway.
Riddick, I think.
Do we want to read any more of these?
No, I
or-
fucking got it.
Yeah, I think the answer
We
is
got
yes,
it.
you can. But we don't know if you can. But if you flip off a police officer, they will arrest you.
I mean, usually if you pull over a cop, they have a little card in their wallet that says they give this like friends and family too, but basically it's just like I'm exempt from all law.
Right.
Right.
I have like third or fourth cousins on Long Island who are cops, and we went over to their house exactly once. And my dad was trying to like reconnect with old family, and we went into the house, and their youngest had just gotten his cop's license. He had passed the tests or whatever. And he came in, and to celebrate, he had gotten really drunk and trashed his friend's police cruiser with like
Good for him.
like broke the windshield and like toilet papered it or whatever. And so I walked into the house, and it was like literally a Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf like play moment where everyone was so tense the entire time we were there, and like. It got to the point where they're like screaming in the other room and would come back and be like, sorry about that. Would you like some deviled eggs? And they finally drove us home, and they said, if you ever get in trouble with the law, you let us know and we'll
It's a
get you out
classic
of it.
thing.
So you walked in on an episode of The Shield.
I did. I did.
okay.
I
This
lived the Shield.
This is a big part of Long Island culture: is knowing a police officer who will get you out of crimes.
It's a
Yeah,
beautiful
one of them just kept talking about the Element over and over again. It was
he was actually
really
a skateboarder,
bad.
though. He was talking about Element,
Element
the brand.
This
Oh,
is about
sure.
the movie The Fifth Element. Big Chris Tucker fan.
They kept doing kick flips. It was very cool.
Long Island is a cursed place.
It is.
It's too long.
Those damn glaciers
Ooh,
made it.
Damn.
I need
Should be more
everyone.
petite.
I need everyone to give me
Fred
one
Petit.
moment to find a "Is that okay?" because I
Oh.
didn't find one before.
Wow, is that okay?
that
We'll do this
okay?
one.
Give an ace and run back.
Okay, this is our segment where you can send us a question, and
Quorators
that's
at
for
gmail.com.
Quora, but we're answering it.
Great.
So this is a question from Ace, or should I not say who it is? Who cares?
It's from Ace. Whatever.
Peace.
Howdy, y'all. It's Cowboy Jim Sam again. Why cats stand on keyboard? Computer keyboard. Your cat stand on a computer keyboard? Why they do that?
What's up, Alex?
I just think it's so funny. We've done like 6 of these. We've done this guy twice. He's both like, "I'm a cowboy again."
Well, which one of us
Unrelated
forgot to
question.
get a question?
It's my fault. Please write in with more questions. But Ace, great question.
We know who you
My
are,
cat
Ace.
does stare at the keyboard.
I think it's stand on the keyboard.
Stand on it, yeah.
He stares on it. He stands on it. He does it all. I do have a glowing tactical keyboard, so it is quite loud, and
My
there's
cat
a lot
does that
of
as well.
action on there.
It's fun to step on, probably.
I
Yeah.
think what it
Very
is that
tactile.
Cats want you to look at them, and they know you're looking in front of keyboard, so they stand where the keyboard is.
Logically, one would stand.
And
where
then
the
they're
keyboard
like,
is.
"Now you're looking at me, motherfucker."
It's a nice little protective thing, too.
Yeah.
right?
"What are you gonna
Yeah.
do?"
And sometimes they're writing.
Yeah.
I think they can just tell.
blogging.
From the cat's perspective, the computer is like a different cat you spend all of your time with. So there's like, well,
Yeah.
what about me? Why don't you type on me?
You know how people make like Instagram accounts for their dog or whatever?
Yeah.
Years ago, I made a Twitter account for my cat, but I just like he was very mean on it, so I would post like, "If you're a dog, you should kill yourself" and stuff like that. And
Just replying to Amy Schumer, like, "Dumb bitch."
I was doing a lot of stuff. I was replying to all of my tweets, being like, "You suck, bitch." And my wife got very upset about it. It was like, "You can't do that anymore. Please stop making our cat evil on the internet."
Kill yourself,
And made me
Jeremy.
delete the account. And actually, it might be the Quorators account now.
Oh,
I'm not sure.
congratulations to Milo.
You know what they should make?
Upgraded.
What?
A Dance Dance Revolution for cats.
Yes.
Oh,
never been done.
If you put a little laser pointer on it, like
Yes.
see how hard a song you can beat with just your cat and a laser pointer.
That would be fucking awesome.
I bet it would have to be very easy. For
Business
me to not be able
idea.
to do that.
If you're a cool cowboy, make that.
Why don't you
Make
do
it.
that if you're a cowboy after you're done making another salsa?
Oh.
Well, that's been the show again this week. Let's close it all
I
out.
understand what that was
Poop,
about.
poop. Poop, poop. AJ, thank you so much for coming down to
Thank you for
Quorators.
having me, everybody. This was so fun.
It's been a pleasure. Where can our listeners find you at home and abroad?
You can listen to my podcast, The Worst of All Possible Worlds. Alex has come on to talk about Dragon Ball Z.
That's right.
And then we had Alex and Jeremy on to talk about an evangelical Christian radio drama called Wits. It's called Adventures in Odyssey. But the episode is called The Merch Wit of Venice. That came out a couple weeks ago.
A lot going on there.
I converted.
Yeah, it was a very
Christian now.
significant
Yeah, he's
episode.
Praise the Lord.
He's saved.
Yeah.
We saved Jeremy that episode.
And you know, if you're in New York and find yourself wandering down an alleyway, I'll probably be there.
Yeah, with a gun.
Yeah, me too, actually.
With a
Wait,
gun.
great moment to mention. We do have a live show,
Oh,
June
sure.
22nd.
We haven't
which is-
even announced it yet.
It's not long after this episode
Some
comes
people
out.
know about it.
So I sure think you should
We
come.
we'll make another.
We'll see
thing
you
at the
there,
beginning.
Ace.
Yeah, go ahead and click that link in bio to come to our sweet show before Claire moves.
At Union Hall.
Why don't you come on down?
New age.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.